Hey everybody, this video I'm going to talk about the top things that you need to look for in a carrier when you're looking to either switch or get into the industry. Now, this information is going to be focused for people that have never driven, don't currently have their CDL, or just got their CDL and looking to hire on with a carrier. This information is not for veteran drivers or owner operators or even leased on operators. This information is for future company drivers, and that's mostly because that's the experience that I have. So let's jump right into it. Now, I conducted a short survey of some current drivers, and the question I asked them was, what is the top 3 to 5 items that you would say that you would look for in a carrier? And the top 3 that came out of that question were far and above the rest of the answers. And those top 3, we'll start with the number 3. So that one is home time. So that came in third place. Now, home time is obviously important to everybody on some level. Some of us, like myself, I'm fortunate to have a family that is super supportive and independent, and they don't need me home, so I'm out here on the road 5-6 weeks at a time trying to make as much money as I can to support, everybody and all that stuff. So some other people like to be home every weekend. Some of you like to be home every night. Now, when you're just getting into this industry, it really helps to have experience to be able to qualify for those jobs with more home time. So meaning you may have to suck it up for an entire year and go over the road or OTR and be out that 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time, or more if you choose to. And then once you get that 1 year experience, then better opportunities open up to you, more so on the local level, like LTL or local food delivery like Cisco or a company like that. So that was a number 3. The number 2 answer was equipment / amenities in the truck. Now, going back to who this is geared for, the people just coming into the industry, like I said, you're going to want to go OTR to get that experience. Now, do you want to spend that 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks at a time in a truck with 0 amenities? Do you want to spend that time in a truck that's 10 years old, that you're constantly having to be down, having the shop and repairs? And do you want to not have a refrigerator? Do you want to not have a microwave? The list goes on and on. So that's number 2, because yes, it's a limited space in the truck, but it's going to be your house for X amount of time when you're out on the road. So you want to have as many creature comforts as you can to make that time as bearable as possible. Now, this video isn't going to be geared towards any one carrier, but the one carrier that I currently work for is Millis Transfer, And I will tell you that their equipment is really good. We get XM satellite radio, we get direct TV, 24-inch TV, and was an 1800 watt inverter, and a refrigerator in our truck. And the trucks are three years old or newer. And that was one of my deciding factors in coming to Millis, was having those amenities and newer, well-kept equipment. And now we get to the number one reason why current drivers look for in carriers, and what you should look for as well. And I'm sure you could probably guess it. And that's pay. We don't, us truck drivers, we don't spend all this time out on the road to get paid peanuts. Even getting paid what we do get paid, there are a lot of people out here on the road that feel like it's never enough. We need to get paid more for the time that we're away from our families and friends. Well, myself, I have a college degree. It's a business management degree, and I couldn't find a job that paid as much as I'm making right now. And I'm very open with what I'm making, and I'm on pace to make between $55,000 and $57,000 this very first year in trucking. Now, it depends who you talk to. The old timers and whatever, before the e-logs became mandatory, they were making tons and tons and tons of money because they could have fun with their paper logs and make a little bit more money. Well, now that it's tied into your engine, the logs are tied into your engine, you can't really fudge anything. So a lot of old timers' income has gone way down. Well, those of us just entering the industry, it's pretty darn good money. I'm averaging around high 800s, low 900s take home. That's after insurance, after taxes, after everything. And again, I'm only 10 months into this gig, so it's only going to get better. So now, when you're looking into a carrier's pay, you really have to take it with a grain of salt. It's sad I have to say that, but when you're looking at websites and you're doing your research and you're comparing different carriers, one pays 40 cents a mile, the other pays 45, the other pays 43, whatever, just keep in mind when you see those numbers, it all comes down to how many miles that carrier is going to be able to get you. See, a carrier can pay you 50 cents a mile your first year, but if you're only going to get 1,000 miles a week, and they're going to require you to be out on the road, what good is that? I mean, that's horrible. That's nothing. Whereas a company that would pay, for example, 40 cents a mile, and you're getting 3,000 miles a week. Just do the quick math. So the flat cent per mile isn't the end all be all. Just keep that in mind. That combined with the average miles per week that a driver is getting, plus bonuses and safety bonuses, performance bonuses, you got to tie all that in. So there's one golden nugget here that I'm going to give you for when you're doing your research. Okay? This is probably the most crucial thing when you're doing your research. Do not, I repeat, do not take the word of just a recruiter. So whether they call you or you call them or you're just looking on their website, do not take that information for granted, or when you talk to a recruiter, don't take their word as law. Remember, they're salespeople. They are trying to put butts in seats, period. They make bonuses, they make production income based on how many drivers they're able to get through their schooling, get through their training, and into a productive driving seat. That is it. That's their job. Now, whether their company gives them the creative freedom to fudge some numbers, inflate some numbers, that's on that company. But the golden nugget that I'm going to give you is this. You need to find a way to talk to a current or most recently person who drove for that company that you're looking into. For example, I'm just going to throw these names out there because everybody knows them. Swift, CR England, Prime, those are the top three because they're the mega carriers. And the reason everybody knows them is because they are masters of marketing. They have that budget to just blast their name everywhere. And that's why I bring them up. Well, you see their names on the Google search that you pull up. You look at the website, you talk to their recruiters. They're all going to tell you one thing: Swift is the best thing since sliced bread. You know, you're going to make this amount, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Well, take down that information, write it down, yes. But now you need to find a current Swift driver who has been with them. Find 2 or 3 of them. Ask them the same questions that you asked the recruiter. And then weigh that real world information that you just got from the driver and compare it to what the recruiter was telling you. If they match up, then that possibly could be a great company for you to move forward with. If there's a lot of discrepancies, or the driver is hesitant and unsure of what to tell you and just a little iffy about it, I'd probably just forget about that company and move on to the next one on your list. So I don't want this video to be too long. So I hope that information helps out somebody who's looking to get into this industry. If you have any questions, my email's in the description below. Until then, subscribe to my channel. I have some exciting things coming up here in the next couple months, so you definitely want to tune in. But until next time, stay safe, keep those wheels turning, and we'll catch you next time.